Hello! In the first part of this mini-series, I successfully posted an Olmec entry to my local database for the Mesoamerica Art website. In this video, I will use my Tapanco app to post a new page for the Maya art site. I created a new series of files since the last episode. First two of these are files to run SQL commands, and both mean here in Mesoamerican languages. Wayet, it comes from Yucatec Maya, and it means here in that language. This SQL file is a seeder, which creates the database and its tables, and also grants access to the Edgar user. The second of these is a file for the Mesoamerica Art website, and this is going to be called Nican, which comes from the Nahuatl language of the Aztecs. In the next file, I migrated methods for my app to their own class. The next two files declare the local classes. The Wayet class extends the root class and applies its own properties to access the tables and fields in the new local Wayet database instance. And so also with the Nican class for the Mesoamerica Art database. And lastly, I created an Ajax file to handle the posted page content, which I will be testing in this video. Through the command line, I ran the Wayet and Nican SQL files to create each new database and the respective tables. This gives me the chance to work with local instances instead of copies from production. I then ran a file to migrate the production tables from each database to its respective new copy. Then I enter MySQL to check the new databases and tables. First, use Wayet, the database. Then show the tables. All three tables have been created. I then review a single row from the Maya entries. The last row is an entry from the Castillo de Teayo page. Then a single row from the Maya titles table, also content for the Teayo page. Finally, a row from the YouTube table to show how this content should be stored. Then use Nican. I look at a sample row from the Meso entries table. The last of these was the test Olmec plaque from the previous episode. So I'd like to look at something that's already in production. The first is from Teotihuacan. Everything looks good. All the imported database content seems to have been successful. So I can then start a local server to run the Tapanco app. Then in another tab, I start a second server to listen for actions to the Maya images folder, where I will eventually post an image from the Maya Museum of Cancun. I open the Tapanco app in my browser, then switch from the Mesoamerica to Maya side. Notice that the wallpaper changed. This is a new photo of an altar from the Maya culture, specifically the site of Copan. The page menu has also changed, so I test these options with Chichen Itza, and the entries appear for this page. I'm ready to post my new page content with the form in the center of the display, Maya art and archaeological sites around Cancun. The preview pic is for social media. This is the image that will appear when I post links to the page from into Facebook or Twitter or LinkedIn and other social media. In this case, the image will be of the Chac Palace from the site of San Miguelito from my 2020 visit. If it works, the menu will be refreshed with the new page, and there it is. However, because the page is new, there's no associated content. I will first look in the database to confirm that the page has all its content: abbreviation code, header title, meta description, and preview picture. Now I switch from page to item to post a sample entry to the new page. This will be the limestone head of El Rey, the king, from a photo I took at the Maya Museum of Cancun. I enter all the required fields, then post. The new entry has not only its content posted to the Maya entries table, but it also successfully uploaded the photo to the Maya images folder. Everything works. In the third and final installment for the series, I will post an entry to the remote server to test a website upload directly from my laptop. I hope to see you for the conclusion of the Tapanco app trilogy.